Today is officially the day the NBA Finals begins, and I am very excited for this series. This is going to be one of the most entertaining finals we have seen in a while. The whole Kyrie versus Boston narrative is going to be crazy, and the new Jimmy High Ruler of the scene, Go, made a video titled, I know who will win the 2024 NBA Finals. For the record, I just want to say that my official prediction is the Dallas Mavericks will win in 6 games, okay? Let's get into this video. Let's see if Go actually knows who's going to win the 2024 NBA Finals.
No one was surprised to see the Boston Celtics run roughshod over the Eastern Conference over the past month.
No.
It's over. The Celtics are heading back to the NBA Finals.
But Dallas, some people didn't even have them getting out of the first round.
Clippers, Mavs.
Clippers.
The Thunder were a coin toss.
Oh my gosh. I will say, before I started doing videos like this, like reaction stuff and like other stuff that I'm doing now, I was a NBA video essay content creator, and I made a video listing the top contenders for who's going to win the championship and who I thought was going to win. It sucks to admit this now. I had the Clippers #1. They were going on a run. I just thought the story made sense. I had the Celtics #2. I had the Clippers and the Celtics in the finals, and I think they had the Mavericks at like 11. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
The Timberwolves were supposed to destroy them.
Dallas Mavericks, they're going to the NBA
Don't forget that.
Finals.
Don't forget that.
Sure,
They were the
the
underdog.
Dallas Mavericks are a cute story that beat the odds for a few rounds.
Against Harden. Doncic lines it up. It goes! He is that guy!
But now this is the Boston Celtics. And on paper, the Celtics are going to win this series convincingly. On paper, the Celtics have
on paper,
every
okay,
advantage.
yeah.
History, analytics,
True.
home court, and Vegas. But basketball isn't played on paper. Basketball is played on the hardwood.
Curry lets it fly. Canada.
True.
The NBA title is yours.
And on the hardwood, grit, will, toughness, adaptability, and chemistry reign supreme. On the hardwood, the Celtics might be heading into a war they're not prepared to fight.
Oh my gosh. Man, Blake Griffin's retiring, bro. Oh my gosh.
They were the league's
Sad.
second-rated regular season offense behind Sacramento.
Gets it in. Brown takes it. Shot.
And the second-best defense behind Cleveland.
Sadiq Bey wants in the corner. Ivy didn't see him, and he certainly didn't see Smart coming from behind. Outlets Tatum running with Grant Williams.
Here's the question. Who's the real face of the Boston Celtics right now? This is an interesting conversation now, especially after the conference finals, where Jaylen Brown won the conference finals MVP and played better, to be honest. Like, it looks like right now Jaylen Brown's actually playing better than Tatum. Who's really the face of the Celtics now? It's kind of interesting, bro. It's interesting.
But what if the best team in the NBA last year is also the most improved team in the NBA this year? Because the Celtics took that league-leading 6.5 net rating and nearly doubled it to 11.6 this past season.
Opportunity nonetheless there from Luka.
He's deep analytics, man. I can't get into like net scored.
Dusting the Thunder, the
I can't.
Timberwolves, and the Nuggets, the Celtics' 11.6 offensive rating is higher than the 2018 Warriors, the 2019 Raptors, the 2020 Lakers, the 2021 Bucks, the 2022 Warriors, and the 2023 Nuggets. The last team that was this dominant in the regular season was the 2016-2017 Warriors. And
regular season, they were amazing. People forget that. Like, the Celtics during this regular season, that's why I low-key had them as like the second top pick for winning the championship, because during the regular season, they looked unstoppable. With who they've played, you can obviously say that they destroyed everyone in front of them and stuff like that. But even in the games where they were winning, like, okay, you can say the Pacers series, they won and they swept the Pacers, right? Either way, they destroyed the Pacers, but there were a lot of games that were a little too close. I feel like the Celtics should look more dominant in these playoffs than they have, which is why I kind of lean towards the Mavericks, because honestly, I don't see a world where the Celtics beat the Mavericks. I just don't. I really don't. I think if you even put the Celtics up against that Timberwolves team, I would take the Timberwolves.
Redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
Go further back, and we're talking about the Bulls dynasty.
Chicago Bulls.
We're not comparing the Celtics to the 96 Bulls, bro, or 97.
Championship, and it's their second three-peat.
But when it comes to Boston, the numbers are conclusive. The 64-win Boston Celtics have lost just 2 games in the playoffs.
Wins.
White cutting. Whoa, White! A two-handed stuff. in some traffic.
and are just one of 9 teams since 1980 to get to the finals while losing fewer than 20 games. Boston has been favored to win the NBA championship the entire year.
But how sold are you on
For
the Boston
many
Celtics?
years
Celtics
now.
don't win a championship. The Boston Celtics are the best team in the NBA.
And for good reason. They're an excellent team.
They've been favorites
with their
for a few
switchable
years now.
defenders.
To be honest, for a few years.
Their analytics
Like
driven
realistically, they should have made it last year. There's no, like, people forget about that. The fact that they didn't beat the Heat last year is kind of crazy to me.
approach to shot.
They should be entering their 3rd straight finals. You know what I mean? This was a team that made it in 2022. They were close in 2021. 1 game away, a few possessions away, and a Jason Tatum ankle sprain away from it last year. And now they're back again. You know what I mean?
volume and shot
Celtics got to
quality.
win this year. They got to win, right? I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they will,
Their chameleon-like ability to play different
but I feel like
styles
they need to.
successfully.
You know what I mean?
Right around Wade, lobs it up to Cornet for the flush.
They are optimally suited to beat any team in the NBA in a 7-game series. Even Dallas. Jaden McDaniels lacked the strength.
Luka drives on McDaniels with the lean, a foul, and a deuce.
Don't say Tatum's gonna lock her up now. Who's gonna guard Luka?
Lou Dort lacked the height.
Who are they gonna say? No, don't say Tatum's gonna guard Luka, bro. You can't. No, stop it.
PJ Washington can't be stopped.
But in Jason Tatum,
Stop. No.
the Celtics have the optimal blend of size, length, and strength to bother Luka.
Man, they're not gonna.
Gets it to Turner. He stepped in there.
Jaylen Brown also has the size and strength to bother Doncic.
And the Timberwolves, like, you can't. No, Jaden McDaniels is one of the best defenders. Like, the Timberwolves defensively stopped the Denver Nuggets. You're telling me that the Celtics are gonna stop it? No.
should get plenty of tries to do it.
Always got to rain on the parade. Look at Jalen.
No way.
He dropped him. Highlight reel stuff from Jaylen Brown.
In addition to this, they're not doing it alone. Swiping down in the gaps are incredible team defenders who can suffocate the Mavericks' at times Luka-centric offense.
I actually can't believe that he said the Timberwolves didn't have what it took to stop Luka, but the Celtics do. That's a crazy take to me.
He'll make a move. The ball.
That's crazy.
Feed in the corner.
Like, he basically just said that the Celtics have a better defensive team than the Timberwolves. Is that a crazy? That feels like a crazy take. I don't know.
By pushing the offense away from Luka, the Celtics can force inconsistent shooters like PJ Washington and Derek Jones Jr. to become bigger parts of the Mavs offense.
Kyrie.
In the corner, open. Washington.
And what about Luka's backcourt mate, Kyrie Irving?
Oh my gosh, if Kyrie gets this dub, I'm going to replay all the clips from Stephen A. Smith when Stephen A. was telling this dude to retire from basketball, bro. As you can see, I got the Kyrie Irving cereal box behind me, okay, that I've had since I was a little kid. I've been a Kyrie fan since I was a little kid, but I've had this since I was a little kid. And I've been a Kyrie fan since, like, 2016, okay? 8 years, okay? 8 years. Kyrie Irving has been my favorite basketball player, and I'm going to defend this dude to the death against everybody that was talking so much about him so many times for the past few years, bro. I'm not going to forget that. I'm not going to forget that, bro. Y'all are going to hear it.
In the corner, open. Washington.
And what about Luka's backcourt mate, Kyrie Irving? The Celtics might be better equipped to guard Kyrie than any team in NBA history not named the 93 Bulls or the 91 Pistons.
What?
With Derek White and Drew Holiday, who've made a combined 8 all-defensive teams.
That's true. But again, Kyrie was doing his thing against Anthony Edwards. Like, I feel like he's really overrating the Celtics defense, to be honest.
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.
That's it. Like, great
3
defensive team, but
blocks for
like...
Derek White.
Kyrie could be in for the longest series of his career. Critics of the Celtics always point to past failures, but so many teams knock at the door for years before breaking through. Since drafting Jason Tatum, the Celtics have gone 360 to 194, winning 65% of their games, and they have never finished below 500.
Wow. Now drives and Tatum on exclamation point.
Tatum has started in 108 out of 108 playoff games over that stretch, averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, and nearly 5 assists.
What about Jaylen Brown, though? Jaylen Brown's carrying him right now.
Corner 3. Puts it in. Al Horford from downtown.
Not
Jaylen
too
Brown looked like
shoddy,
the face of
given
him
the
now, bro.
constant narratives around him not being built for the big moments. Tatum and Brown forced a Game 7 against LeBron's Cavaliers in 2018.
6 years ago. We're still stuck on this, bro. Shut up.
Tatum's got to put it up. Just gets it off in time and nails it.
Yeah, and lost. Oh, I was so happy. Oh, I was so happy,
Kyrie
bro.
and Hayward.
I was 13 years old. I was so happy, bro.
And
Oh
the
my
same
god. That
media members
2018
that rushed to
LeBron,
crown
bro.
them an up-and-coming dynasty 6 years ago have been scrambling to paint them as frauds ever since. But let's forget the past. This 2023 team is different. Sure, Brown and Tatum are still there.
Going in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the
I love
three.
Jaylen Brown, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I love watching him play. He is so good. Just his style of play, I don't know why I love watching Jaylen Brown. I
And
love watching
Joe
Jaylen
and
Brown.
D. White are
And I like
familiar
Tatum too. I
faces
like
from
Tatum, bro.
past iterations. But the additions of
Derek White annoys
2021
me.
champion Drew Holiday and the OG unicorn himself, Kristaps Porzingis, have unlocked the best version of the Celtics yet.
Facts.
Crosses, spins,
Yeah, this is the best I've ever been, to be honest.
Excuse me.
This
But
year
who
for sure.
cares about the regular season? This is the playoffs. The Spurs were the best team in the league in 2016, but then Zaza Pachulia happened.
Leonard fires from the corner. And Leonard goes down again. And he's in pain
That's so
again in front
sad.
of the Spurs
That dude
bench.
sucked.
And in
that
the
dude
finals,
sucked.
the Warriors were way better than LeBron's Cavs. They were up 3-1, and then LeBron happened.
Blocked by James.
Blocked by James. LeBron James.
Such a good time, man.
Basketball
I'm
is
so happy we're in like finals mode now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, these past few days I've been watching back old finals, just getting like the mode for it. I love this time, bro.
isn't
I love
all
NBA
about
finals.
the numbers, but the numbers do matter. Here's how the past 12 champions ranked out in terms of regular season net rating. The 2012 and 2013 Heat were 4th and 2nd respectively.
They are ready to celebrate. The emotions come pouring out. All the hard work that started way back with training camp.
The 2014 Spurs were 1st. The 2015 Warriors were also 1st. The 2016 Cavs were 4th. The 2017 and 2018 Warriors were 1st and
These drinks
3rd
don't count.
respectively. The 2019 Raptors were 3rd. The 2020
barely
Lakers were 5th. The 2021 Bucks were 4th. The 2022 Warriors were 5th. And the current reigning champions, the 2023 Nuggets, defied all odds at 6th. In fact, the last time a team won a championship without a top 6 net rating, it was Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd's 8th-ranked Dallas Mavericks when
I'm
they
not gonna lie, I barely know what a net rating is, bro. I'm
beat
sorry.
first-ranked Miami.
He's going over my head, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
We were the one and done boys, that we were going to get knocked out in the first round.
Oh, yeah,
this
Mark.
team has so much heart, so much determination.
But this time it's even
Mark
worse.
Cuban happy as hell
Kids
right now.
2024 Mavericks finished 14th. And the last time we had a team that finished outside the top 10 in net rating and won an NBA championship, it was the 1994-1995 Houston Rockets. If the numbers are to be believed, the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics is about as lopsided an NBA Finals matchup as we've ever had.
That's why numbers don't mean everything, though. That's why numbers don't mean anything, because I genuinely feel like to the general public, the Mavericks are looking like the favorites right now. And you can, like, they're taking a lot of regular season stuff into consideration, bro. You just have to look at the runs that they both just had. The Mavericks just beat the team that beat the defending champions and almost made it look easy, to be honest. Like, they made it look pretty easy, to be honest. Like, the Mavericks are genuinely the favorite to me.
There's a reason everyone seems to be picking Boston, but there's also a reason basketball is
I disagree. I feel like more people are picking the Mavericks than the Celtics right now.
played on the hardwood and not on the stat sheet. First of all, the Dallas Mavericks made 2 rather major additions at the trade deadline, adding PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. So while they didn't finish the year as a top 10 team, they did manage to have a top 5 net rating after the trade deadline.
Gafford goes inside, lowers the shoulder, throws it down, and the foul.
And Derek Lively,
The truth
man.
is that the Mavericks have been tested. Not only did they battle through an 82-game regular season slugfest in the stacked Western Conference,
A three will tie it. A handoff to Luka. Back to X.
Luka's ridiculous.
they also went through 3 grueling rounds against 3 legitimate title contenders in the Clippers, Thunder, and Timberwolves to get here.
Doncic maneuvers.
Oh my god, that shot was crazy.
Got it. What a shot.
This is why I say, bro, like,
Dallas is
the Mavericks just
taking
have
the
something.
lead.
They just have,
The
they have it,
Celtics,
bro.
they survived a big Donovan Mitchell performance.
2 seconds left.
Dude, please do not talk about their playoff run like it was impressive, bro. And again, I'm not blaming the Celtics for it. You have to play who's in front of you. It's genuinely the easiest playoff run in NBA history. And it just happened to happen like that. Injuries happen. The East is not the most stacked right now, and the West in comparison is just so much better.
You pick.
and a couple of scares from the Indiana Pacers.
The crowd on
Okay,
its feet,
buddy.
hoping their Pacers can pull it out and send the series to Boston. Nembhard down the lane, goes inside, blocked by Brown.
Would we feel better about Boston if they went 12-0 and won their games by 30 points? Maybe. But Dallas has been the sharper team.
Tailed by McDaniels.
This is going to be such a good finals, though. Oh my god, this is going to be such a good finals. This is making me so much more excited for it. This is going to be such a
Case
good
in
finals.
point, they didn't wait to go back home to Dallas to finish Minnesota off in 6. They seized the opportunity and blew them out on the road in Game 5. That's growth and maturity. There's also an old adage that the team with the best player tends to win the series. And love him or hate him, that's unquestionably Luka.
Facts. Who hates Luka? What the heck? That's facts, though.
Then there's also the intangibles, the things that are harder to measure. Factors like clutch performance, grit, toughness, and maturity.
Deontay George runs into Luka. Luka on the floor. Finds Kyrie.
I know if you're an NBA fan, you've seen the clip of LeBron James on that podcast basically saying, he's talking about Kyrie Irving like it's like his ex, bro. Like another ex-teammate, but it's actually crazy. There's a whole clip of LeBron saying how much he misses playing with Kyrie and how he wishes they were still running mates together and stuff like that. I'm going to explain why. No matter what, no matter if the Mavericks win or they lose, it's a W for Dallas. And I'll tell you why, okay? Either they beat the Celtics, they just have one of the best playoff runs ever, and they win a championship. Kyrie wins without LeBron. It's a whole story. Or they lose, and LeBron pulls a 2016 KD and joins the Mavericks. I've been saying this for a year now, that I think LeBron's going to join the Mavericks. And if they lose, I'm not going to lie, LeBron's joining them, bro. LeBron is joining the Mavericks if they lose. I promise you. Luka, LeBron, Derek Lively. Oh my gosh.
Imagine it's Game 7. The game is tied 103-103. Who do you trust to make the right play in that situation? Luka and Kyrie?
Luka, yeah. Luka not even close.
Irving for the win.
Oh my god, that Kyrie shot. Too much clutch players in the NBA. If it's a close game in any of the games, they're cooked. Like they're
or
cooked.
Brown and Tatum.
Hell no! No!
Another travel.
Who do you trust to play well through a minor injury? Who do you trust to close out a series on the road? These are questions that numbers can't answer. The Mavericks are a young team that in its current form has hardly been together for 5 months. What if they're just getting better round by round?
Shake, bake, dish.
Lively's the difference maker, bro. Derek Lively
How much
changes
is Kyrie's championship experience worth relative to Drew Holiday's? How much will Jason Kidd's experience weigh over Joe Mazzulla's inexperience as the lights brighten? What impact will a potential Kristaps Porzingis return have on the Mavericks' ability to load up the middle with Gafford and Lively? And who is Luka guarding in this series? The Celtics have 5 guys who can go off for 30 anytime, and Luka has to guard one of them. There's no Jaden McDaniels to hide him on in this series.
And his head, 3-quarter. It's missed by.
Okay, not too much on Jaden McDaniels. God, man. Jaden McDaniels did really good last series. Maybe not last series, but he's done really good these playoffs, bro. He's called Jaden McDaniels a bad defender and bad scorer this series. That's kind of insane to me.
These things have to matter. Picking the Dallas Mavericks to win the series seems foolish, but guess what? I'm doing it anyway. It goes against the numbers. The history seems foolish, but guess what? I'm doing it anyway. It goes against the numbers, the history, the analytics, and it goes right to the heart of what makes teams successful. Buy-in, selflessness, chemistry, a top 5 player.
Into Jackson Hayes.
I like that out of you, GOAT. I like that out of you, GOAT.
What a pass.
And of course, a defensive anchor. Even if that anchor isn't even legally old enough to drink in the United States.
That's insane.
Nice feed inside.
Get out of here, kid.
Blocked by Lively. Double team on Luka. Pass. Lively finish.
We can't talk about the Dallas Mavericks title odds without talking about Derek Lively II.
Difference maker.
The 20-year-old rookie phenom has been arguably the 3rd most important Dallas Maverick this postseason.
Not arguably, he has been for sure.
The eye test and analytics confirm that the Mavericks have been a different team with Lively on the court.
Talk about big under pressure. Lively just hit 2 huge free throws to put the Mavericks up 6.
They were 4-0 against Minnesota with him on the court and got blown out by 21 in the only game he missed. His on-off splits are elite, and he's been super instrumental as a playmaker in the short roll, as a speeding target in transition.
Oh, another banger for Dallas. It's Lively.
As a screener.
Irving Cutter. Lively, look out.
A rim protector,
good,
and as a versatile defender on switches.
The Mavericks always needed a center. Now they got a perfect one, bro.
Lively is giving up just 36% field goal percentage on isolation switches during the postseason, and just 0.79 points per possession.
That's impressive. He's amazing, bro. The Mavericks would not be where they are without Derek Lively right now, to be honest with you.
That's not just impressive for a rookie. That would be impressive for a prime Draymond Green.
Finds Von Lee. Blocked by Green. Oh, what a block from
People forget Draymond was like that back in the day. Like, he's kind of a joke now. Sorry, Draymond, please don't talk bad about me on your podcast. But he had a really good career. And in his prime, he was amazing, but he's kind of just looked at as a joke now. He's known as the guy that, like, fights people now. It's kind of sad.
And if the Mavs have any hope of protecting Luka against the Celtics' perimeter players, Lively will be asked to clean up more than ever against Boston.
Dallas can challenge one more time now. And Lively.
The Dallas Mavericks are not a perfect basketball team, but they share one important thing in common with the vast majority of champions before them. They play together, and they play for each other.
Facts. They got good chemistry.
Good ball movement.
Damn.
Chased off the line.
Wow.
He kicks it out.
This is a cool angle. Oh my god. That was crazy. That was just good basketball. That was fire to watch.
For a jam by PJ.
Championships are built on sacrifice.
Oh, what a block from Gafford.
They're built on a collective buying into the single goal. The word priority means that which comes.
That's what I've learned from like watching stuff. I swear to God, when I watched JJ Redick and LeBron talk on that podcast and they had the board and they were like drawing out plays and stuff, that's when I realized, I was like, yo, I look at basketball and I see Luka tween, pull up shot, break, someone gets the board, puts it back up. It looks so simple to me, but to them it's like, yo, what they just showed is like how most of NBA's like possessions are. Like there's so much more into it than you can even like see and pick up on when you're watching basketball, which is why it's crazy.
Above other things, but a real
like they're on a whole different level, bro.
It's comes above everything. The word is priority, not priorities. And the Dallas Mavericks have had one priority all year: a championship. They aren't hung up on regular season awards and contracts.
That is an insane pass. Oh my god.
Here, I'd get up and get 2 guys on.
This shot was crazy. That shot was insane. Oh my god, that shot was crazy. I lost my mind.
They're playing.
I thought they were
going
to come back that game. That was crazy.
They're playing to win.
We ain't done yet. We still got 4 more.
Yes, sir, Derek Lively.
That isn't to say the Celtics didn't sacrifice their fair share.
Porzingis is hurt.
He's limping his way off the floor. He was questionable. He looks like he's got major concern right now.
Jaylen Brown has talked ad nauseum about being able to do more than he's shown offensively. Holiday, White, KP, and Horford have taken a hit on their individual scoring stats, and Tatum has done whatever it takes defensively and on the glass to shoulder the loss of Porzingis, even playing center in certain small ball lineups. But through it all, there remains a hint of immaturity. An immaturity that had most of the Celtics players talking about Jaylen Brown's all-NBA snub.
It's a snub, for sure. I don't understand how you can be the #1 team by a wide margin and only have one dude on that. And JB's been terrific all year, two-way player, so he definitely deserved to be on there.
Or fans dissecting whether Jason Tatum was or wasn't really happy about Jaylen Brown winning the Larry Bird Trophy. An immaturity and lack of focus that had them dropping games to an injury-decimated Heat team in the first round.
Now they're going back to Miami, all even.
The criticism has been there for years. The Celtics play with their food. They play down to their competition. And while the hypothesis is that they'll kick it into a different gear against Dallas because they respect Dallas more than Indiana, Cleveland, or Miami.
That's insane.
It's harder to shift gears when you've been coasting for months.
That's
Celtics
what I'm saying,
supporters
bro.
argue
the Mavericks have had they've been way more battle tested than the Celtics, bro. So they're going into it battle tested and war ready. And the Celtics, this is the first big test test for the Celtics this entire playoffs, bro.
That the best version of Boston is better than the best version of Dallas.
Late in the shot clock, 4 seconds, got it from Cleveland.
This shot was crazy. Oh my gosh, that shot was crazy.
But history has shown us that championship habits are formed in October, not in June. Teams take on the identity of their best player.
The world thinks we're never supposed to lose. We're supposed to win every game by 25. I mean, that's the narrative that you might see on TV. The idea that we have a super team. It's twofold, right? We didn't have the coach of the year. We didn't have the MVP. We only had 2 All-Stars. So
we only had 2 All-Stars is insane.
They say we're a super team, but you know, we didn't get rewarded like we are.
Contrast that to how Luka dealt with a bad performance in the first round against the Clippers as he was struggling through a knee injury.
I feel like I'm letting him down, so I gotta be there. I gotta help him more. He's given everything that he has, and he's been amazing for us.
Luka's got that dog in him. He's got that dog in him.
Standards, confidence, experience, chemistry. There's so many small things that favor the Dallas Mavericks in this series. The argument for the Mavericks may be entirely intuitive. It's based on a gut feeling that Luka and Kyrie are better equipped to handle this stage than Jalen and Jason.
Completely agree. I completely agree. Yep.
Doncic pulls up, 3-pointer. Bang!
People forget Luka been playing professional basketball since he was like 14 or something crazy like that,
bro. It's good.
He's ready for this moment, bro. And Kyrie, they're both ready.
That Jason Kidd has shown.
And here's the argument I'm gonna make. This is probably the most controversial take I'll make this video. Okay, all right. Oh, do I even agree with this? Talent-wise, right? Not accolade-wise, probably not legacy-wise. If the Mavericks win this championship, I'm referring to Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic as the greatest backcourt in NBA history. Okay? I think Luka and Kyrie, I would rather have Luka and Kyrie as my backcourt than Steph and Clay, to be honest. I would. I think I would.
The Mavericks' chemistry will keep them together in tough games, through tough outcomes, and their selflessness will keep them from pointing fingers at each other. In short, the Mavericks won't beat themselves. The Celtics have home court, and with it, they own all of the pressure. Lose even one of those 2 games in Boston, and the pressure amplifies. Lose both, and it might be curtains with a very long offseason of questions ahead. This is a series that could literally come down to a Game 7 buzzer beater. And in that moment, you have to ask yourself what matters more, the fact that the game is in Boston, or the fact that Luka Doncic is taking the final shot.
Dude, this is gonna be crazy. This is the most excited I've been for a finals in years. Oh my god. This is gonna be so fire. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
He's driving it and looks for Finney Smith. It's a loose ball.
Luka.
Anyways, wherever you are in the world, be the GOAT of that moment. Stay GOATed.
W video, GOAT. That was fire. Did he officially say that he thinks that the Mavericks are going to win? I think he said that's his official prediction, which I can respect because that dude knows hoops. That dude knows basketball a lot more than me, to be honest with you. I'm just a Kyrie fan, so obviously I'm going to root for the Mavericks, but I am super excited. I'm going to be watching every minute of this. Yeah, I got Mavericks in 6.
My life is a movie, would you be the last? My life is a movie, would you be the cast? Remember there was times where I didn't have to question it, but lately it been feeling like we hardly get affectionate. My life is a movie, would you be the last? My life is a movie, would you be the cast? Remember there was times where I didn't have to question it, but lately it been feeling like we hardly get affectionate.